I'm here to have a bit of a chat because I've received more messages from women after my post last night, and I think I've started to stir up a bit of a topic around sharing our emotions. It's quite interesting to watch everybody's reactions towards my post last night, and I feel like I want to crack open that little portal and speak into it because observing friends and family respond to somebody expressing their anger, and more so on Facebook, is a huge trigger. And for me, it was extremely healing. So, yeah, I've just been reflecting this morning. Generally, after I purge in such a way, I always regret it and I feel really embarrassed and shy. But I don't today. I think the time has finally come where I'm really feeling like I'm 100%. Well, I'm probably joking there, but I feel like I'm really there as far as being out of the shadows and not hiding any aspects of myself, and feels fucking amazing. No, there's still a few things there. But somebody told me, so obviously yesterday I was quite frustrated, so I just come to you guys. I was on the Mac anyway doing some reports for the business, but so I guess Facebook's always there, and a lot of my communication with the tribe is on our Facebook support page. So I'm on Facebook, connecting in there and answering questions a lot through the days as well. So I guess that's my connection with Facebook. As a mum 4 years ago when I first began sharing, I guess I was a new mum and I was researching so much. I was always on the computer. So Facebook was also, that's where it, come over here, but you've got to be quiet this time. Jump on my back. Lay down. Um, yeah, anyway, so I guess that's why I've got this relationship with social media because, I am on the computer a lot. So anyway, I expressed yesterday how I was frigging annoyed, and then all of a sudden I started getting inundated with all these messages from women and mothers and friends, and saying, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Holy shit, of course I'm okay," but this is what happens when we're angry. Obviously, people are very concerned, and I just feel really lucky to have you all because over the 4 years, I've had the opportunity to meet the majority of you. So, you're not just Facebook people that have followed. Like, I really have taken the time to get to know you and you me. So anyway, then I started getting all of these messages, and I'm like, oh my God, what have I started? I don't even have time for this today. So I got back on, and I think it was my girlfriend that I work with. Her message come through like, "Hun, I've just read your Facebook message. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Okay, I've gone too far. I definitely shouldn't have shared. I've created more work for myself now, but step into this and use this as an opportunity to share this beautiful little girl's journey again, and maybe we can create some awareness." So I jumped on. It was about 9 o'clock, and I just wrote and wrote and wrote straight from the heart. Lots of spelling mistakes in there and punctuation, but whatever. I attached some photos of this beautiful girl and over the last 4 years and pressed post. I went to bed. I didn't actually. I did some work and I went to bed. And I've woken up this morning and my inbox is chock full of more messages and more concerns. So I thought I better show my face to let you know that we're totally okay, and we are happy. We're always happy. And that me feeling into that anger is just because I'm really comfortable with myself. And, really harnessing the emotions that surface in me to drive and propel me to continue to empower other women, to speak up about topics that need more exposure. And that's all that I do.
That's all I do.
If it makes you feel really uncomfortable that I'm expressing an emotion that's
And
not in the light, so
I'm
if I'm expressing frustration, if I'm pissed off, or I'm expressing anger, then I really challenge you to hold some space with yourself and ask, why does that trigger you so much, and why does that annoy you so much? Why do you prefer to jump in and be really projective with trying to box somebody else's emotions? And I say that because there was 3 messages out of probably 18, 19, 20 messages this morning from women and friends saying, step out of that anger and, step into love. This is not you. This is not you to be angry. This is not like you to be, sharing this on Facebook. Well, I'm here to say this is me, and all of those parts are me, and I do get angry and I do love, and that's where anger stems from. And Chantel once taught me, is this amazing woman that continues to inspire me every time I get to spend some time with her. She really explained something beautiful, because I guess I was always scared of anger.
And I always be there for you.
And I'll always be there for you. You do. Just give me a cuddle and be quiet while Mummy talks. I was always scared of anger because I felt anger brought conflict, and anger meant arguments, and anger meant that something that you love could be taken away. I'm not a good fighter, so I don't have comebacks in certain situations. I kind of just I was going to say goat in headlights, but it's not that. I'm like a deer in headlights. And I I just feel paralyzed, and I don't have those good comebacks. I can't think very quickly on my feet like that. So, yeah, anger always scared me, but really honouring my own emotional body over the last probably 18 months, and allowing things to surface and being okay with that, providing I wasn't projecting it and hurting anybody else with my own anger, that I was kind of just holding the space and really feeling like, wow, this shit's messy inside of me, and how can I allow it to flow through and get out of me, not hold it in anymore. So there's been lots of different levels and elements to emotional expression that I've been experiencing. But Chantal once said to me, anger is beautiful. Like, anger too is a part of love. Anger is just a hurt love. And, it just resonated with me completely. I'm like, oh my God, every time George is angry, he's not hating me. He's probably angry because I've disappointed him in some way, or his expectations have been too high, or bits and pieces. Hang on a minute. Bits and pieces. So whenever he does step into that, I don't take it like he's personally attacking me anymore, and allowing him to have those emotions as well. It's just amazing. So when these people have said to me this morning, don't be angry, I'm kind of like, oh my God, can we be angry, because we're not hurting anybody in the process, and we're allowing this to flow through us. Would you prefer me to feel and have all of that emotion and frustration and fear and anger erupt inside of me that day that I heard that Sailor Lee's teacher had allowed chocolate eggs to go into her basket, and have it manifest in my body and not express and release it? Because, I expressed it obviously to George last week, and I expressed it to my sister-in-law when she come here the other day, but yesterday was the last straw for me when I seen the kids' menu and it had 10 plus, I must post it in the comments box, like meals that the kids were going to have for their party on Thursday, and one of them was fruit, one of them was veg, but oh my God, the other recipes were just, they were really frightening. And that's, more Angus stemmed. And I thought, oh my God, I'm belting my head up against a brick wall here. I want my daughter to have an education. Why does it have to impact her health so much? So, yeah, I'm angry, but I'm smiling. Like, I'm just feeling that anger, and I'm like, fuck this, like, this is going to propel me. I am going to try and make a change. Sailor Lee was brought here obviously to stem and ignite, my flame within. And wow, what a good job she's done of that, and how beautiful that kind of aspect of love is as well. So I am all about love, but I am also about honouring, the light and the dark of love as well, and the shadow of love, not just that beautiful, light, fluffy business that everybody prefers to hear. So I'm going to continue to express myself on Facebook, and I just want to thank all of you so much. Like, I just can't thank you enough. I just want to have a big Facebook party here where you can all come and we can all hang out, because...
Yeah, me too.
Do you? I bet you do. Jump on my back so they can see you.
Okay.
And because I wasn't this kind of person 4 years ago, it's been because of you supporting me and guiding me and allowing me to have a really safe space to express and release on my own page and be creative and write, because I've always written. I won a worldwide competition for my poetry, in my 20s, and that even back then, it might have been earlier, that was about judgmental citizens and naive nations creating a world, with really poor foundations, and suicide. It was about suicide awareness, and I've been deep like this all of my life. I just needed to feel comfortable in my own body. I needed a really safe space to express myself.
I will be there for you.
Oh, you are always there for me. And because of that, because of having my Facebook as my dear diary, basically, I've been able to heal so much, and it has just, cleansed a lot of my tunnel out, as Chantel also taught me. I've still got, a long way to go, but I'm there. I'm on the journey, and it feels bloody amazing to wake up every day and be so proud of yourself, and to get to meet yourself every single day in a different way, because you're changing. In a minute.
Mommy.
What? I'm talking.
There's no one there, silly.
Yeah, there's no one there, silly, she's saying. She thinks I'm talking to myself. Come on, come up here.
You're talking to yourself.
I'm going to post it on Facebook. You're hilarious. Come and jump on my back. Oh no, I don't mean jump. Lay down so we can see everyone.
You said I jumped.
Yeah, I know. Mummy didn't explain herself properly. So thank you so much, because you've allowed me to come and purge in your face. I have been able to learn to... Don't jump on my back, because you'll hurt it. I have been able to evolve and learn to purge and express and release my emotions in a gentle way in my real life. And, how many people in real life, unless you're going to see a psych, when could you sit down at a table full of women, or, with school mums, and just sit down there, and if they said, why are you so pissed off about, well, maybe you can, but I'm not there yet, why are you so pissed off about this, and why are you so passionate about food, I wouldn't be able to sit down there and say, look, I was crushed when I was 13, and, I was even too scared to tell my mum. Like, they just weren't conversations that I felt comfortable having. It's not necessarily that she didn't try and encourage that, but, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been comfortable having those conversations. But I definitely was an expressive, creative being at that age, quite rebellious after after I turned 13 and I'd got that information. I did turn very rebellious, and it was just my way of expressing all of the pain and hurt as a child inside of me. But how many of us could sit down and say to women, yeah, like I was pretty fucked up, and so I turned to drugs, and I smoked shitloads of pot, so I could sleep every night and I wouldn't stress, when in my 20s, obviously, not before. And I fucked myself up. That was an addiction, and it's taken years to stop that addictive personality. Perhaps my Facebook is replacing those addictions. And that will probably be something that I speak into, in a couple of years to come as I progress on my own self-discovery journey. But
Dad, I'm just giving Mum, Daddy.
hang on. Yeah, so even just saying that has
Which one
me
is that?
aware and conscious of
Mummy,
potential.
Which one is Daddy?
Um,
Which one is Daddy?
that one. Go into that room. That I started back then. So yeah, I don't do those drugs anymore. But into the room, please. Quickly. I don't mind having a little smoke every now and then but who cares? I'll probably have the police knock on my door. I don't even know. I'm saying too much. But yeah, no, not very often, and I don't think it's a huge deal. But what I've done is I've created a pattern in myself that when shit gets really difficult, then I create addiction. So I feel really raw and exposed and uncomfortable because I just said every now and then I have a puff of a joint. So I'm quite interested to see how this plays out now, because I am going to post this. But today for me is all about coming out of the shadow and just owning every part of myself, and getting to know you a little bit more, and you witnessing me, and being able to know me on a different level. And perhaps you'll all think, no, I don't like her anymore, and you'll all drop off, or perhaps you will enjoy getting to know me a little bit more. I'm feeling so uncomfortable. It's so interesting, like the nerves that surface when we share ourselves. Yeah, it's interesting. So anyway, I'm really here to just speak about the anger, and please not to box women in, or to have them push those aspects of self back into their shadow when they're trying to express themselves. There's nothing wrong with saying, I am angry, I am so fucking angry, and punching a few pillows. Get that shit out. Did you ring Daddy?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said I'll see you back.
After work.
No, him said I'll ring you back.
Oh. You going to come and tell everybody that you love them?
I love you.
You don't want to talk to anyone?
Yeah, I do.
And tell them that we're okay?
You're okay.
We'll always be okay?
You'll always be okay.
Alright, guys. So nervous! Please don't judge me.
We won't.
Or if you're gonna judge me, or you've got something to say, I actually really welcome it, because this is what it's all about.
Dad.
Oh, hang on, George is on the phone.